Hi there, welcome back to Buy Now Sell Now. Time now to get into conversation with one of the three new listed players today, and let's get into conversation with the management of Shringar House of Mangalsutra. We have Mr. Viraj who's joining us on the show. Viraj Srithadeshwar, Director and CEO of the company, joining us. And Viraj, hi, good morning. Thanks so much for your time. First of all, congratulations on the listing. You've recorded strong growth over the last few years with FY25 revenue at near 14,300 crores. Help us understand, will you be able to continue to grow at this pace that we've seen over the last few years, and what would your outlook be for FY26 and FY27 too?
So definitely, growth is always the key motto of our company, and we have kept growing over the years at a good pace. And after this IPO, the fund we have raised, we are going to increase the working capital, and at the same pace, we will focus on growing ahead in future.
Hi Viraj, good morning. This is Kanishka also joining in. Just wanted to understand if you could quantify this for us and how much growth could we see going forward in the 2 years?
No, so if you see in terms of percentage, we have grown. So if you count as per the percentage, we will continue having the similar growth in our company.
Right, and Viraj, since you're in the jewelry business with gold sitting at an all-time high, any impact you're seeing of surge in gold prices on demand? Are you expecting anything to play out?
Definitely. So when there is a sudden rise in the gold price, there is a certain hold in the purchase from the consumers. But that is due to the price rise. The purchase is not cancelled or stopped. It is just delayed. So once the rate settles down and people accept the rate, ongoing rate, after that again the purchases from the consumer they pick up, and the coming season, I would say, is the festive season, and which is the most the best season for jewelry industry. So I'm really looking forward that in this season, even if the rates are rising, we are expecting a good business.
All right, so that's about the gold prices and the demand going forward. But Viraj, you serve a very diversified B2B client base as well that spans across the 24 states and 4 union territories with at least 34 corporate clients. What's your roadmap going forward to expand your client base even further?
So like you said, that the company currently has nearly 1,200 customers, out of which nearly 34 are corporate clients, and remaining are standalone stores and wholesalers. So if we see the future plans, Shringar is now associated with a lot of chain stores, and we are just not a vendor for them, we are vendor partners. So so the company has aggressive growth plans. The retailers ahead, our customers have really aggressive growth plans. So we will be a key partner in their growth, and once they grow, we are growing with them hand in hand. And when I talk about the retail stores, Shringar will be focusing on expanding its customer base and increasing more and more customers. And we see a lot of potential in Tier 2, Tier 3 cities. So with our Shringar opening more regional offices in the future, all over India, looking at the potential the particular region has, we are planning to expand our retailers in 2 Tier 3 cities and penetrate deeper in India.
Okay, Viraj, sounding good on that front, but help us understand what the impact could be on your margins of this expansion. Where are your margins headed, and what could be the key triggers for margin expansion going ahead?
So when I talk about margins, Shringar is a company which has always focused on innovation. So we always, every year, we create new categories in Mangalsutra, new concept. And when we innovate, that innovation fetches us more margins than the routine products. So if we talk about current year, Shringar launched 24-carat hallmarked Mangalsutras. So if we compare it to the routine Mangalsutras which we sell, we charge a higher making on these categories. So same way, the main, I would say, the main motto we follow to increase our margin is innovation. We want to innovate new and bring new designs, new concepts, which will get us more margins.
All right, so that's about margins, but let's also talk about revenues there, Viraj. Now, Shringar largely generates your revenue from domestic market, with just 1 to 1.5% coming from exports. So, are you looking to, further expand your global strategy? What's that strategy going to be like? How much revenue are you aiming to generate from the exports market going forward?
Definitely, export is a very big market for us. But currently, the product which we are dealing in, Mangalsutra, as you know, this is an Indian. This is a product which is connected to the culture of India. So we have always focused more on India, and the sales which we generate in overseas is through exhibitions when the buyers approach us and the business happens. But with this development, with this IPO, we are going to aggressively develop our export business and increase the number of buyers and customers, and definitely increase our sales and revenue in exports as well.
Okay, and Viraj, while you're talking about your geographical expansion in terms of your presence, what about your operations and their expansion? Because your operations as of now are supported by a single integrated facility in Maharashtra with a 2,500 kilo annual capacity. Are you looking to diversify your facilities as well?
So, jewelry business, if you try to understand, this is a very detailed business which involves designing, a lot of component making, a lot of brainstorming. So we always need a single setup from which we can get the maximum output from it. So Shringar will always have a single manufacturing setup, but we are going to expand it multifold times, and increase our production capacity because we see a good rising demand in Mangalsutra in the near future. And as far as numbers concerned, which is predicted, the Mangalsutra market is predicted to rise up to 32,000 crores by 2032. So we are already preparing for that.
Okay, Viraj, thanks for sharing with us your growth outlook, and once again, congratulations on the listing. With that, it's curtains down on this edition of Buy Now, Sell Now from Kanishka, me and the team that put this show together. Thanks so much for tuning in. Markets at Noon is up next.